Wanted to be happy. It's all I cared about. The fact that I could dance or sing or be in my living room and dance to all those musicals and stuff, and that maybe I'd be lucky enough one day.
Welcome back to my channel. Hope you are having a great day. At 79, Goldie Hawn has finally admitted that after more than 40 years of relationship, she has found the love of her life. But what made her admit this? After so many years of silence, was it just a simple love affair, or were there secrets behind this special bond? Goldie's final admission. Over more than 40 years together, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have built a relationship unlike any other in Hollywood. However, while they have always been open about their feelings for each other, Goldie Hawn has rarely talked about whether Kurt Russell is her other half, especially as their relationship is about to reach a major milestone, the 40th anniversary of their marriage. Goldie is finally sharing her thoughts on why Russell is the best partner she has ever had. In early 2024, at the age of 79, Goldie Hawn decided to make the strongest statement she has ever made in her long-term relationship with Kurt Russell. In a live interview with CNN, when asked if Kurt was the love of her life, she answered without hesitation. This answer ended Goldie's years of silence on the question that the public had repeatedly asked. Hawn has previously spent a lot of time in recent conversations, 2023 to 2024, opening up about her feelings, revealing that no one can compare to what she feels about Kurt, what makes Kurt Russell special. Goldie Hawn doesn't judge Kurt Russell solely on his looks or physical features, but rather his deep and unique qualities that make him the best partner for her. Hawn shares that Kurt is not only smart and thoughtful, but also someone who respects her independence, which she values in a relationship. He's also a family man, devoted, protective, and loving, she said of Kurt in an interview in 2023. For Goldie, one of the things that makes Kurt special is the way he treats her children. He's so good to my kids. That was a pivotal moment for me in learning so much about him. Their relationship is built on a shared outlook on life. We laugh about the same things, Hawn explains. This connection is crucial because, as she shares, you can't imagine how important it is. Despite being together for nearly 4 decades, they still maintain their romantic moments. As she says, we still have those romantic moments that you know. This shows that their love has not faded over time. One particular factor that has made Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's relationship strong is the independence they have maintained throughout their years together. This may seem paradoxical when talking about a celebrity couple, but for them it is their freedom and respect for personal space that is the key to long-term happiness. I think what works is that we don't own each other, Hawn shares. They both allow each other space to grow and pursue their passions while still maintaining a close bond. This is different from other relationships Goldie has been in before. It's this independence that has laid the foundation for their love, with key elements including respecting personal space, supporting each other's careers without interfering, and maintaining separate financial accounts and joint investments. Independence is essential to a happy life, Goldie emphasizes. This way they both feel secure but not tied down, and their love only grows stronger. What's special about Goldie and Kurt's relationship is the daily choices they make. They don't need a marriage vow to commit to each other. After 40 years, I can truly say he's the only person who truly understands me, Hawn concluded. When it comes to the love story of Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, it is impossible not to mention the moment of reunion in 1983 on the set of Swing Shift, the moment when their true love officially began. But what made this reunion different from the previous times? Was it this special connection that created a solid foundation for a relationship that lasted more than 4 decades? The start of a real love story after nearly 2 decades apart, fate brought Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell back together in circumstances neither could have predicted. Their initial meeting in 1966 had been merely a prelude to what would become one of Hollywood's most enduring love stories. In 1983, 17 years after their first encounter, Hawn and Russell's paths crossed again when Russell auditioned for the film Swing Shift. At this pivotal moment, both were at a crossroads in their personal lives. Hawn had divorced her first husband, musician Bill Hudson, and was focusing on raising her children, Oliver and Kate. Simultaneously, Russell had recently ended a long-term relationship and was going through a divorce. Russell's audition nearly went awry due to his condition that day. I was severely hungover, and I didn't know Goldie at all outside of having worked with her many years before, Russell later admitted to Conan O'Brien. Upon seeing Hawn, he blurted out the first thing that came to mind. "Man, you've got a great figure." Fortunately for him, Hawn responded graciously with "Why, thank you." Following their audition meeting, Hawn, who was producing the film, had lunch with Russell to discuss his possible involvement. "I met him at lunch and I was very attracted to him," she recalled. As he was leaving, Russell turned and said across the room, "It's okay if I don't get this part, but I sure would like to see you again." A moment Hawn described as really romantic. Shortly afterwards, the pair embarked on what would become an extraordinarily memorable first date. Russell suggested they practice dancing for potential scenes in Swing Shift. She said we should go somewhere and dance to that kind of swing music. Russell explained during an interview on Harry Connick Jr.'s talk show. "The Playboy Club was the only place that had that, so we went to the Playboy Club and I just immediately was having a great time with this girl Goldie." Nonetheless, the evening took an unexpected turn when they decided the night wasn't over yet and headed to a home Hawn had recently purchased for renovation. Since Hawn didn't have her key, they had to break in. "We eventually found our way upstairs, looking around at imaginary furniture, and we were in the imaginary bedroom now, and we are realistically having sex," Russell recounted. Remarkably, their romantic interlude was interrupted when police arrived, responding to the break-in. Undeterred, the couple simply relocated to a hotel. "That was our first date," Russell reflected. "It was a lot of fun, I'll tell you what. I can't believe it was a long time ago." Once filming for Swing Shift began, their connection deepened beyond physical attraction. "He was so good looking, but he had no pretense about him. I could tell right away he wasn't a womanizer," Hawn told People magazine, highlighting Russell's authenticity as a quality that drew her to him. In reality, what truly cemented Hawn's feelings was observing Russell interact with her children from her previous marriage. "What got me was when I watched my kids when they'd come to the set and how he was with them," she revealed. "He was amazing with them, he was such a natural." For Hawn, this quality transcended Russell's physical appeal. "It wasn't just because he was sexy and handsome and all those things you get turned on by," she explained. "It was because he matched my devotion to children to be number one." This shared priority created a foundation for their relationship that would endure for decades to come. Through this unexpected reunion on a movie set, Hawn and Russell discovered not just a passionate romance but a profound connection based on shared values and genuine affection, the beginning of a love story that would captivate fans for generations. When Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell first started dating in 1983, they built a strong relationship that didn't require marriage. But can true love survive and thrive without formal vows? Without marriage, unlike most Hollywood couples, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell chose an unconventional path for their relationship after falling in love on the set of Swing Shift. Throughout their decades together, they've built a thriving family while intentionally avoiding marriage, a decision that has intrigued fans and media alike. "Why should we get married?" Goldie bluntly asked CNN's Chris Wallace in a 2023 interview. Her question wasn't rhetorical but reflected their deliberate choice. After experiencing failed marriages previously, Goldie had 2 prior marriages and Kurt one. They approached their relationship differently. "When it doesn't work out, it ends up to be big business," Goldie explained. "How many divorces are fun? How many divorces don't cost money? How many divorces make you hate the person more than you did before? How many divorces have hurt children? For Goldie, maintaining independence remains paramount. I like the idea that I can wake up in the morning and make decisions every day if I want to be here, she revealed. Adding, ultimately staying independent with independent thinking is important, so you can hold on to yourself. After connecting in 1983, the couple created a remarkable blended family. Goldie already had 2 children, Oliver and Kate Hudson, from her marriage to Bill Hudson. Likewise, Kurt had a son, Boston, with ex-wife Susan Hubley. In 1986, they welcomed their only child together, Wyatt Russell. Interestingly, their children preferred their parents remain unwed. About 10 years into our relationship, we asked the kids, "Do you want us to get married?" And they went, "No," Goldie shared. "They love it. It was perfect the way it is. They didn't want any more trouble." The couple's parenting philosophy sometimes differed. He was tougher than I as a parent, Goldie admitted, yet those differences strengthened their bond. "We have a very, very strong family because of it. That was one of the things that gave us things to talk about," she noted. Perhaps the most famous marriage speculation arose during the 1989 Academy Awards. While presenting the award for Best Directing, the couple playfully teased the idea of marriage, causing widespread gossip about upcoming nuptials. Years later, Kurt clarified what happened. "We're taking a shower together, getting ready to go, and we looked at each other and said, 'There's gonna be a lot of people watching, so let's get this right.' And we started punching it back and forth for about 20 minutes. We didn't tell anybody anything about going off script." Kurt further explained why they improvised. "At that time, we constantly got asked, 'When are you going to get married? Why aren't you married?' And we were like, why does anybody care about that?" Contrary to public speculation, the couple has remained steadfast in their choice to build a lasting relationship outside traditional marriage. From co-stars to lifelong partners, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's relationship shows that true love can last without marriage. Are they proof that perfect love doesn't need a title, a lasting bond beyond their romantic connection? Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's partnership extended to the silver screen, where their chemistry captivated audiences across multiple decades. The couple's most celebrated collaboration came in 1987 with the romantic comedy Overboard, where Hawn played a wealthy, spoiled heiress who loses her memory, and Russell portrayed a carpenter who convinces her they're married. Years later, the pair reminisced about watching the film together when it happened to air on television. "It was so fabulous, how we started looking at what we did together," Hawn reflected about their movie night. After a lengthy hiatus from appearing together on screen, the couple reunited in 2018 for Netflix's The Christmas Chronicles, with Russell playing Santa Claus and Hawn making a surprise appearance as Mrs. Claus. The pair reprised these roles in The Christmas Chronicles, 2 inches in 2020. Impressively, given their decades-long relationship, they've only collaborated in 5 films throughout their careers. In July 1986, after 3 years of dating, Hawn and Russell welcomed their only child together, son Wyatt Russell. He joined their already blended family alongside Hawn's children, Oliver and Kate Hudson, plus Russell's son Boston. Wyatt followed in his parents' footsteps, establishing himself as an actor with roles in Black Mirror, 22 Jump Street, and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Most recently, he appeared alongside his father in Apple TV's MonsterVerse series. The couple entered a new chapter in January 2004, when Kate Hudson made them first-time grandparents with the birth of her son Ryder Russell Robinson. Kate had purposely planned to have children young, explaining, "I want children early enough to really experience my parents young. I want my parents to be able to see my kids graduate from high school." At present, Hawn and Russell enjoy the role of grandparents to 8 grandchildren spanning a big wide range of ages from 9 months old to 20 years old. Their grandchildren include Kate's 3 children, Ryder, Bingham and Ronnie Rose, Oliver's 3 children, Bodie Wilder and Rio, and Wyatt's 2 sons, Buddy and Boone. In February 2024, Their family expanded further when Wyatt and his wife, Meredith Hagner, welcomed their second child, son Boone Joseph. Hagner has described the couple as the greatest grandparents, noting they live nearby and always maintain a cookie jar that's always full and a toy box that is always brimming with toys. Hawn embraces her grandmother role wholeheartedly but recognizes its boundaries. "I do love being a grandmother, but I'm not the boss. I'm just the one that can deliver happiness to them, and also an ear if they need it." Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's long-term relationship is not only a beautiful love story, but also a heartwarming family journey. From welcoming their son Wyatt to being loving grandparents, they have built a happy family. Do you think a large family can create such strong bonds? Please share your thoughts in the comments.